What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video I'll show you step by step on how to draw Caesar from the Planet of the Apes. For today's lesson we'll need some plain white paper and a pencil. I'll begin today's lesson with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now if you want more details on the art supplies we use on this channel, I'll leave the links in the description below. Now I want to begin today's drawing by blocking out the basic shapes before we get into the details. So let's start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So we'll start at the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom using these short lines. Let's go back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now I want to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from the center point, we're just going to move up towards the top. Let's mark out the top of our circle right about there. And then we can measure this distance from the center down towards the bottom and do the same thing. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line. So measuring the distance from the center over towards the left and then over towards the right. Now we're going to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. Let's start with the top left, and the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to get the right size and placement in the center of our page. You can always go back and just smooth this out. Let's add another line coming down the side of our circle, starting with the left, then the right. And I'll add one more line going across the bottom. Now that we have our guides in place, we're going to start blocking out the facial features. And I want to place the brow along the center point between that center of our circle and the bottom. So right here, sketch a line going across from left to right. Let's leave a gap in the center of the brow, step over towards the left, bend this in and then up towards the middle. Now from the bottom of the brow, we're just going to angle this up and then out towards the side of our circle, just below that center line. Let's go to the bottom of our circle, draw a straight angle line going up towards the left and right side for the nostrils. And I'm just going to close out the top with a curve, going up and then down. Let's draw two straight lines coming down the middle, from the eye down towards the nose bridge. Now we're going to leave a gap in between the nose and the mouth, so we're just going to move down to right about here, draw a straight line going across from left to right, all the way out towards the sides. Now I want to tuck the eyes in underneath the brow. So on the inside, we're going to step out, draw a short line going out along the sides. And from the outside, curve the eye coming down and then up underneath the brow. Now we're going to start adding some shape to the head. We're going to start right where the circle meets this eye line. Just going to curve this in and then up towards the center of our circle. Let's go to the side corners of the nose. Just going to bend this across and then down towards that bottom line. Let's merge the circle in towards the side of the muzzle. So just going to bend this in and then down towards the side. And then we're going to add a little bit of shape to the mouth. We're going to start along this line with a curve, coming down and then up, bend this out and then down. Let's add the lower lip. Bring this down and up. Now going all the way back to the outside, we're just going to angle the head, coming down and in towards that bottom line, towards the jaw. Let's go back to the left side. I'm just going to curve this down and then in towards the chin. Now with this character, I want to place the ears quite high up on the head. So we're going to start on the left side right about here. Just going to bend this up, round out the ear and come down towards the center line. Bend the ear coming down and then in towards the side of the head. Now from that same point, we're going to slope the shoulders, coming down and then out. Now with our rough sketch in place, I want to go back and clean this up by erasing some of these guidelines. Now at this stage, I always like to take a step back and take a look at my overall proportions. Now if everything looks okay, we can go in and start adding some details. So we'll use the rough sketch as a guide. Let's start with the eyes. We're going to start with the brow, and we're just going to layer on some more detail, not getting too dark with the contrast. We're just lightly sketching in the details, working our way across the brow, and then along the side of the eyes. We just want to balance things out from left to right. So just adjusting as we go. I'm also going to lightly tuck the pupils and iris underneath. Right in the center, just underneath the brow. And you can lightly shade that in just so you get a better look for positioning. And also readjust if we need to. Now from the eyes, we're going to work our way out, just adding some folds and wrinkles underneath. And we want to go a little bit darker along the inside. Going across the side of the nose and just feathering that out. Now I'm just going to pull some of that fur across the muzzle, just blending that in, down towards the side of the mouth. Also add a few wrinkles coming down from the nose towards the mouth, and then up. I'm just going to pull some of that fur coming down from the lower lip on the side. I'm just going to blend this up along this curve, just using this as a guide, going around the eye. And we're just going to work our way around the perimeter of the head, just adding this fur texture, just lightly going across the cheekbones and the jaw. And we're also bending this up, so just working with the curvature of the head. I'm just going to add a little bit more shape to the ears. Also adding that thick fold on the outside. Now I'm just going to brush the hair from the middle out towards the side. Just expanding this out towards the side of the head. Adding a little bit more volume, going up in the middle, and then bending that out towards the right. Let's go back to the center and just brush this across. Clean up our drawing one final time before we get into details and shading. And now we're going to move in with our 0.9mm pencil and start adding some contrast. So we're going to start back at the brow. And we're also adding some more detail as we go. And we can layer on some shading as well. So adding some more folds in between the brow. And adjust the placement of the iris and pupil. Add a subtle shade to the lower lip across the middle. And we'll continue to add some more texture to the hair and fur. And we're just darkening out the outside perimeter of the fur and just blending that in. And we get a little bit of a highlight along the center. Now we want to move to the side edge of our 2mm pencil and start adding some shadows. So we start with the inside edge of the eyes. So we just want to really darken up that area, just pushing the eye back. Also lightly shading in the center in between the brow. I'm just going to enhance that texture across the fur. Just softening that up. Just kind of filling in some of these gaps. And just brushing it out towards the side. I'm just going to layer on some more darkness underneath the neck. I'm going to do a little bit more cleanup around the eyes. Now, as we get near the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Caesar from the Planet of the Apes. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.